The ancient tower was never supposed to awaken, but the moment Mina, Kaito, and Puff stepped into this hidden world, something deep inside the tower began to stir. Symbols that had slept for centuries slowly began to glow again. The three friends stood quietly at the edge of the cliff, their eyes fixed on the enormous tower rising far beyond the waterfalls. It stretched higher than the clouds themselves, an ancient structure carved from pale stone and glowing symbols. For a moment, none of them spoke. The wind drifted softly through the valley, carrying the distant sound of rushing waterfalls. Mina finally broke the silence. "What is that place?" The old master slowly stepped forward beside them, his gaze calm, yet filled with a strange seriousness. "That," he said quietly, "is the oldest place in this world." Kaito narrowed his eyes. "It looks ancient." The old master nodded slowly. "Because it is." He raised his hand, pointing toward the glowing markings along the tower's walls. "Those symbols are older than the village, older than the cliffs, older than the rivers themselves." Mina felt a small chill run down her spine. "What do they mean?" The old master remained silent for a moment, as if choosing his words carefully. "They are not decorations," he said. "They are a seal." Kaito frowned. "A seal?" The old master nodded. "Yes. A seal meant to keep something locked away." For a brief moment, the valley fell completely silent. Even the giant birds above seemed to glide without sound. Mina looked back toward the tower. "You mean, something is trapped inside it?" The old master slowly lowered his hand. "Yes. Something powerful." Before anyone could ask another question, a deep vibration rolled across the valley. The ground beneath their feet trembled softly. Small stones shifted along the cliffside. Kaito quickly steadied himself. What was that? Far in the distance, the ancient tower suddenly glowed brighter. One of the symbols along its surface flared with golden light. Then another, and another. The markings began to awaken one by one, spreading upward along the tower like a chain of glowing stars. Mina's eyes widened. "The symbols, they're lighting up." Puff's golden fur suddenly bristled. The little fox stared toward the tower, his soft glow growing brighter than before. He let out a low warning sound. The wind across the valley began to grow stronger. Flowers bent beneath the sudden gusts. Clouds above the tower slowly began to swirl. Kaito looked toward the old master. "Is this supposed to happen?" The old master's expression had grown serious. "No." His voice was quiet, but firm. "This should not be happening." Mina felt her heart begin to race. "Then why is it happening now?" For a moment, the old master did not answer. Instead, he looked toward the distant portal cliffs behind them, then slowly back to the tower. "The portal you opened may have awakened something." Kaito's eyes widened. "You mean, we caused this?" The old master shook his head gently. "Not intentionally. But the balance of this world is fragile. When a new door opens, old powers sometimes begin to stir." The glowing symbols on the tower continued to shine brighter. The entire valley seemed to hold its breath. Mina wrapped her arms around herself against the rising wind. "So what do we do?" The old master turned to face the three travelers. For the first time, there was urgency in his eyes. "You must learn the secrets of this world." Kaito looked confused. "Us?" The old master nodded. "You arrived through the portal, and the tower has awakened. That cannot be a coincidence." He looked down at Puff, whose golden glow continued to flicker brightly. "And you did not arrive alone." Puff lifted his head proudly. The old master smiled slightly. "It seems, this world has chosen its guardians." Far in the distance, the ancient tower released another pulse of glowing light. Deep within its endless stone halls, something ancient slowly stirred. And as the wind swept across the glowing valley, Mina, Kaito, and Puff slowly realized something. Their journey, which had started with a simple accident, was far from over.